Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in Gelderland. And in here, so I've got, at the moment, it takes 50 for each of those. I've still got 10,000 litres of mineral feed in there. That's quite alright, I'm okay with that. And then the other stuff, we're alright for now. We're going to need some more a bit later on, that's all. We're just going to want to increase that a bit later. So I got the 331,000 litres here. That's going to keep the cows going at least for a bit. It's not perfect, it's not wonderful, but it'll keep them going just for a little bit. And then I can... Well, we're going to have to wait until next season before we can grow any beans, but right now I need to just wait for this thing to continue pouring out. We're going to have to do something about this. It really is a slow old process. I'm not sure if it's the output of the silage or the input from on the trailer. It's one or the other is what's choosing the speed of that. It might be the silage mod that's doing, but again, it might also be the top of the trailer that's restricting the amount that can pour in. Because I think I altered that on the mixer wagon that we've got round the back, and that's why that one's able to fill up nice and quick. At least I think it fills up nice and quick. I'll find out in a minute. I'm going to go over there and do that. Right, so I bring you back up to here. Tip out. He tips out quick enough. Although I think that could also be sped up, because if we got 2 million litres in there, it's going to take a bit longer. I don't really like that. But I've now got a decent bit in there, and that's also now making more... mixed feed for our cows, so we'll end up with a really decent quantity of the stuff, which is going to be very, very helpful. And I'm going to back you here, grab that, and then start feeding. So, start loading. So this one here does load up reasonably quickly, although it could probably be a bit better than that. I mean... It holds 6.6 million litres, and I've only done 150,000 so far. So if I was to fill that one all the way up, that would still take quite a while. Alterations will need to be made. This is a problem. You alter one little bit, and then you've got to alter other little bits, and then you've got to alter more little bits here and there, and it does take a while. There's a lot of opening XML files and trying to figure out where they are and all the rest of it, and in order to be able to do all of this. It's not just something that happens overnight, you know. A lot of work goes into this. Still fun, though. And let me whiz up through here. So there's the cows taken care of. I'm pretty sure their straw situation is acceptable at the moment. Let's have a look. Straw situation. I got 1.3 million litres of straw in there. That's okay for now. Any extra straw that we get this year, we will bring and we will put straight in for these cows. I won't put it anywhere else. So now I've got 367,000 litres of slurry, 353,000 litres of food, 1.3 million litres of this, and 2,000 litres of milk. That's all good. That's all good. Now I got 351,000 euros. I'm going to leave that. Not going to do anything else. I'll bring this one back round here so that we can get more food next month. I was kind of thinking that we could leave it for 2 months. But, like, the eggs and everything, we do need to move all of the eggs every month. And that's kind of one of the things that does slow us down a little bit. I have to go and pick those up. And it's the distance that we have to drive. That's the bit that I don't particularly like. It does slow us down a bit now. Like, we've sort of established that we've got lots of products coming through, so I think it would be quicker and easier if we had a different sell point. Not quite sure where I want to put that one. What I was wondering is if we put that one up here. Like, we're not using this space up through here. So the lorry comes up here. And I have a small sell point right there. We drive right over it, just there. And then we come out of the main entrance of the farm, drive along here, and then we drive back in again to pick up the next round of goods. So I think that might actually work really well, which means that the other sell point... I mean, we can leave the other sell point right where it is. It doesn't have to go anywhere. We can occasionally, just for a bit of variety, we can drive a load up there, but we'll get the same sell point, and we will set it up just over here. Ready for... well, actually, I might sell something this month as well, because... well, no, that'll be next month. It's next month that we want to sell. Alright, so what I've done is I've put the sell point in here. I've also put a footpath that goes around the back and goes up to the house and put a little bit of grass in. I thought it was about time we kind of decorated the place a little bit better. And now we've got a sell point over here. So there's only one thing that I've got left to do. And that is, I need to come out of there. We go back to buildings. If I click on that one... We've got Sell Everything container right here. I'm going to rename that one Sell Everything Farm. Like that. Change. And then back. And we come out of there. And now, everything we've got, we can do Sell Everything Farm. And we've got Sell Everything in Town. And I think those prices are generally going to be just a fraction higher than most of the others. Some of them have down a little bit by the look of it, so we could still shop around, but generally speaking, I'm not going to want to shop around. I'm not going to want to bother with that. I'm just going to want to take all the stuff to this sell point right here. Sell Everything, I mean, here, Sell Everything Farm is definitely the way to go. That one there is the town, but see, there's nothing in it. There's nothing much in it, so it really is... the better option to bring it over to the farm, just the other side of the wall there. And that is where we will sell everything. So I've got a few bits and pieces scattered around. I haven't gotten around to doing this yet. This is still on my to-do list, moving the load point out here. But, I mean, I don't actually need to move the load point... for anything other than the eggs. So we've got 200,000 eggs in there. Wait, that's there. Pizzeria. Flour, tomatoes, cheese, eggs. Yeah. Pancake, pizzeria, flour, tomatoes, cheese, and eggs. There is some other things that be going in there, like the olive oil and that, which we still need to go and plant and deal with, and that's on my to-do list. But before I do that bit on the to-do list, we want to do this bit. I'm just going to leave the pizza over there for now. I'm not going to worry about that. What I am going to do is I'm going to load up those, and then I'm going to skedaddle on over here, and I'm going to load up everything that we've got here. I don't know how much there is here. There may be millions, there may be only a few. Honestly, I don't remember at this point if we had... Okay, I think I'd already gone and sold everything this month. So there's not a lot here because, yeah, I have already gone and sold everything. You know what? I'm not going to sell this stuff. I'm just going to hang on to it for a minute. We're going to stop right there. I'm going to leave that one there. And... was there anything else that I actually wanted to do? I know that we're going to need to do hay again. So, well, not hay, to do grass again soon. But I have other plans that I want to do down there as well. And yes, I am on new recording. And so I'm not familiar. Oh, yeah, I was going to harvest the sugar beet before I turn this into one big field. So I've got the 350,000 at the moment. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to do with that. There's a few big machines that we could go and buy, and there's like big combines and stuff that I want to get, but honestly, I'm really not very sure. The cows over here, like, we are going to need more grass, and I know I want to do the vines and things. Ooh, maybe we could go and do a bit of that. I'll do the grass cutting, and then after we've done the grass cutting, when is the time to go and plant new vineyards? That's what we want to find out. So we've got grapes in here. Now is the last day that we can plant. So we do actually need, if we're going to do it, we need to do it now. All right, grapes and olives. I want both because I want to be able to produce raisins here as well. Poplar, stuff like that, we'll do that later. I'm hoping that this map, because... basically, the last update for the game is broken quite a few maps. And I've noticed there's been several updates for various different maps. One of the updates is for the Pawofa map, which I'm doing the time-lapse series on. I think La Coronella has also had an update, and it seems to be any that have got additional textures for landscaping. Now, as many of you know, I really like having additional textures. Seems that it's actually useful for this map that it doesn't have any, because it doesn't require an update. I haven't updated my game yet to the latest version of the game, because I don't want to have to update the maps. Now, the Pawofa map will have to be updated, but I've done quite a lot of editing on that map. I've done a little bit of editing on the La Coronella map as well. This one wouldn't need an update. So what I'm basically going to do is that I'm going to aim to finish all 3 series on the same day, and then I'm going to update the Farming Simulator. So we're not limited on this map for time because of... Well, actually, this map, I might get away with it. We might not need to do it... This grass isn't long enough yet for mowing anyway. We need to wait another month before we mow this grass. Yeah, this particular map, I can get away with not doing an update on it, which is actually really good because it will mean that I don't need to do a whole load of other stuff on it as well, like redo all of the little bits of editing that I've done here, there, and everywhere. So this one we could probably keep going with. The others I don't know. Now, I wasn't planning to do any forestry on this series, because doing forestry is a tedious and time-consuming process. Now, if I try and cut this tree down, that bird feeder right there is probably going to stay floating in the air, which is a little bit inconvenient, to say the least. There's a lot of bees around here. As I was wondering about chopping down a whole load of this forest in order to make room for some vineyards. We could do some here, along here, and then chop out a load of trees here as well and do it. So we kind of just have this top part of the field here. Either that, or I want to go and buy something over here and just do it on one of these fields over here, which, thinking about it, might actually be a better option. Like, we've already got a field in place. We could get field 1 down there, and then if we want to expand on it a little bit later, we could do. Maybe we'll do that instead. That might be, because I still don't want to keep this little dog leg up here because it's going to get annoying for us. So I'll probably turn that into something else. Maybe we'll just fill this all up with beehives or something. So let's have a look. Let's start. We'll do field number 1 because it's field number 1. And we very rarely ever actually buy a field number 1. Now, that's plot number 1 there. But I want field number 1, which is this one. So, yes, it's a bit smaller, but that's absolutely fine. There's 43,000, so I'm going to buy that bad boy right there. Okay, now I'm going to come out of that. And I'm going to take a hop, skip, and a jump over that way. And then we can see about starting to put down some vines. And there's a few other bits that we're going to need to do as well in order to make those work. So we got a little bit of a farm right here. That one was also available for sale. So let's buy number 75 right there. Buy that one. Yes, okay. Now, first of all, let's go into the shop with my glorious black outfit in the summer sun. Perfect, isn't it? Isn't it absolutely perfect? And what we're going to want to do here is I'm probably going to get rid of these trees here and get rid of these trees over this side. And then we've got some buildings over here. Now, this looks like we've got a farmhouse here that we could potentially use for sleeping in. I don't want to do that, though. If that's the same as the original farmhouse. Got 1823 written up on there. So it's an older farmhouse. And this is another cattle yard. Let me have a look and see our animals. When we go here, we've got cow barn large, and we got another cow barn as well now. So I don't want another cow barn. This is not going to be useful to us. It's not going to benefit us in any way. It's basically so that on multiplayer you can have extra animals here on the map if you want them. And in here, what have we got? This is I don't think there's anything in this one. No, there's nothing in this one. So it's just a decorative bit rather than anything else. I'm pretty certain, though, that the farmhouse bit itself would work. We would be able to sleep the night here. Hang on, let me just press... Yes, I can. So I got 2 farmhouses at the moment, which I really don't want. That could end up potentially causing me some issues. So I need to get rid of those. There's a fuel thing there, which we will keep, because fuel is always handy. So let's go back into here. We'll keep this shed. We want that one. The cattle barn over here we don't want, and we don't want that one either. So that one there, we're going to sell 71,000. So we're already making a profit. There we go. We've done what I actually don't like many farmers doing in the world. It's certainly around here. They buy up a farm. The really wealthy landowners, they buy a farm, and then they sell off the farmhouse and a garden, but nothing else around it. And then they keep the land. And they do this over and over and over, and you'll have one person who's got like 40,000 acres of land, and all of the small farms have been bought up, sold, and sort of broken apart, and there's no more small farms. And it's been the death of small farms, and therefore it's practically impossible for someone to start farming these days. But it's been difficult for a long time anyway. But yeah, that's... not really anything I can do about that. So this down here, if I want to change any of this, like the old clothes line and the wheelbarrow in a way, this is stuff I'm going to have to come in on the editing and do later on. Oh, I can sell that one. Missing store item igloo. Yes. And that one. It's another missing store item. I thought I had a pack with this lot in. But it says missing store item for some reason. Maybe I got rid of it because it was taking up space or something. I'm not quite sure. The cow barn, we want to get rid of that one. Yes. Okay. And also this silo right here I'm going to get rid of. It's not beneficial to us. So there's another bit there that will need to be edited. Oh, no, it won't. Okay, I genuinely thought I would have had to come and edit that bit out. So that means that I can also get rid of that wheelbarrow. I wonder if I can get rid of the washing line. No. And the hedgerow as well. That's here to stay. So the hedgerow I am going to have to edit out anyway. And then we've got a bunker silo here, which I can sell off. We're making some good money out of this. Sell that one as well. Right. I now have the yard in... It looks a whole lot different. I'm pretty sure what this is all about. Just a manure heap of some kind, I would think. Your rubbish tip, something like that. Not quite sure. There's another wheelbarrow there. That one can go. Sell that one off. And I'll cut down... Right, I'm going to cut down a load of trees. So I'm going to keep the fuel thing there. And... for now, we'll keep the hedge and the little tree in there. We'll probably do something different over this way. This tree I'm going to get rid of because I already know that this one's going to end up causing us problems. So if I get rid of it now, it's no longer an issue, is it? Right, that's problem solved right there. And then I'm also going to get rid of some of these trees down the side here. So we've got a road that goes all the way down here. I'll get rid of this little one right here. I'm not sure about the rest of the trees on this bank. We'll see how we go with that, because I don't mind keeping some of them. And with the grapes and the olives, you kind of do those a little bit differently. So we don't necessarily... It may not be a problem. You can't leave the hired help to do anything. So it may not be much of a problem to have the trees around. But I will get rid of these. Alright, I got rid of the trees up to there, and then I've got a few left here. I'm not going to get rid of any more of those now. So, next up, we're going to go and have a look on the map, and we're going to see if we have any needs on the field, because it does get irritating if you have the needs there. So, we don't have any needs, and everything's all fertilized. That means that we can actually start planting. So, we go in here, and then we go to production, orchards... and we've got these. So your base game ones is these right here. Grapevine and olive grove. Then we've got cheap versions, which we can do. There's the olive and olive picker, which is basically these olive trees. It's not showing them up when I move them around. Variable vine widths mod, right there. 1.8 meter distance. 2, 2.15, 2.3. That's so you can get the wider machinery down between the rows, which would make life a lot easier. So I'm actually thinking that maybe we'll go with one of these, just to have them a little bit further apart, because the base game ones, I don't know how far apart the base game ones are. I've got a feeling it's the 1.8. So let's just go with the 2.5. I'm going to do... Well, I want to do both. I was just thinking which one should I do first, but I'm just going to do both of them. I want both lots. So that's what we will do. We want to make sure that we've got a bit of room at the end to do our turning round. So I'm going to start there, and then I'm going to bring it down this way. And because I've got the landscaping mod, it means that this is free, which is a little bit weird, and I don't actually like it. And also, I don't like that these trees are in the way. I can't actually move myself up that way any further. This is weird. I can't... I can move that way, but that's as far this way as I can get. I can move that one up further. Let's get rid of it there, and I'll start it on this end. Like this. I can't physically move myself any further forward than that. This could end up being really, really irritating. And also, there's a load of trees. Yeah, I don't like these trees in a way. They're gonna they're just gonna bug me. I have toggle snapping on and off, and I can adjust the grid snap size. And I've also got adjust rotation angle. Quite sure what all this is about, but let's have a look. So I can put that one down there. That looks to be relatively straight. And then we have the next one that comes in. Adjust grid snap size. No idea what the adjust grid snap size is. It was on 0.5. So I'm going to start the next pole up this. I cannot go any further forward than this. This is as far forward as I can get, which is slightly frustrating. But we drop that one down there like that, and then I will bring it all the way up here. I think that the width thing that it's talking about is the distance from that side to that side, which would make a lot of sense. And then we've also got a snap on the grid right here, so I can bring these up like this. And I will work my way along on this one, putting these in the right place like this until I have got 10 lines. And then I'm also going to do 10 lines of olives as well. The olives with the wider track down between them, got a 5 meter distance here. It's giving us quite a wide distance on there. I don't know if this is beneficial or not at the moment. I have absolutely no idea on this one. But that's the width that we're getting on. I'm going to do it to this width. Do it like this. And then once I'm finished doing this, we'll see how it all works out. Alright, I'm demolishing these because I can't get as many runs as I want in there. And it actually takes a little bit to do the demolishing. And then I'm going to put in a shorter line. A shorter width, rather. Alright, we've got 11 lines of olives, and we've got 11 lines of grapes right in there. So that's that bit done. We'll go and have a look at them over here now. And they're all fertilized because of what we did to start with. Now, I'm curious, because I deleted them and then put them down again, I do have a bit of a line there that needs plowing, but I don't think we need to worry about that. And if I go over here and I have a look, we've got fertilized, growth stage 1, growing, doesn't say anything else, just says yield bonus 98%. I'm not sure what else you need to do to them. Like, I really don't know very much about these. I did grow grapes once. I don't think there is actually anything else that we need to do. You can do this, there's like cultivating that you do up between the rows, and I'm still not entirely sure what benefit that has, like whether or not it does anything at all. There's, if we go and, if we go and have a look in here, you can see under the, not in there, in here. If you go into the help section in here, you've got the icon, first steps, crops overview, grapes and olives. To gain a full yield, you need to mulch, cultivate and fertilize between the rows. Special tools are found in the grape olive technology tab of the shop. Once the grass is growing high, use a mulcher to keep the space clear. Cultivate after with the Disc O Vigna V and fertilize. Once grown, harvest your olives and grapes with special new Holland tools and then take them to your production plant, blah, 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 blah. And then you've got to trim the grapes with this thing, but you don't need to do that for the olives. So if we have a look in here, there's the cultivator they talked about. That one's in here, is it? It's not in there. Power harrow, subsoiler. This one. This is the one that they talked about. This is the subsoiler. This removes the needs plowing thing across it, which comes up after each season. So I think you've got to do that. Technically, you're supposed to do that every time. Then under the grape technology, you've got that one, and you've also got a sprayer that you can go and use, and that one will put the fertilizer down the row. There's some other ones as well. We've obviously got these edited by Stevie. They still only do 12k, though. Like, he's got two of them here, and I don't really see what the difference is between these two. He's got that one there, and then he's got this one here, and I really don't see what the difference is. This is green grape. So I've no idea what that's supposed to do or not do. It's kind of a bit of a mystery. And then the mulcher, I think, is that one. Possibly you can do it with this one. Tool suits perfectly for grape and olive farming. That one there, a little tiny one. But in theory, the grapes and the olives that we've put down now are wider widths, so we shouldn't need to worry about it too much. But anyway, we'll see how that pans out. There's nothing else that we need to do today, so we are going to get a little bit of sleep. We have had a little bit of sleep, and there is actually a bit of haze over this morning. We've got a little bit of morning fog, which I love. I really love. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.